So Yeshua says, instead of working for treasures on earth, we should store up treasures in heaven. But what does that mean, to store up treasures in heaven? Hebrews 11 explains this whole idea as he says Moses considered the reproach of Messiah greater riches than the treasures of Egypt, for he was looking to the reward. 1 Corinthians speaks of this hope we have when it says, if we have hoped in Messiah in this life alone, we are to be pitied more than all people. But now Messiah has been raised from the dead, the firstfruits of those who have fallen asleep. Paul continues to tell how we will also be resurrected with Yeshua when this corruptible will have put on incorruptibility and this mortal will have put on immortality.
What a treasure in itself, immortality. Isn't that what Indiana Jones was about? These rich explorers taking advantage of Indiana to find the Holy Grail and live forever. It's a story as old as time, but you won't find it in a special cup or a fountain hidden in an ancient Amazonian jungle. It's found in Yeshua, giving your heart and life to Him. He is the greatest treasure of all. Our life on earth is temporary, and we can and must focus on what is permanent, which is our place in heaven.
We are to serve God and Him alone, giving Him our focus and attention. When you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. We must replace our desires with His and put every effort into building His kingdom by loving our neighbor, giving to those in need, and sharing the greatest treasure we have, God's love.
Yeshua continues and says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or gather into barns, yet your Father in heaven feeds them. Are you not more value than they? And which of you by worrying can add a single hour to his life?" So let's break this down. There are two kinds of concerns. The first is a proper concern to provide for oneself and one's family. But the second is a tormenting concern of fearful worry in spite of being a child of God. When foresight degenerates into foreboding and diligent into worry, one has entered into the realm of sinful worry.
On the other hand, David encapsulates the proper posture of trust when he says, "I have calmed and quieted my soul. Like a weaned child with his mother, like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, put your hope in Adonai from this time forth and forever."
God provides for us all we need, and we give thanks to Him for each day and opportunity He provides. But we still have to go to work, budget our money, and make smart investments and purchases. The difference for us is we can trust God no matter the situation, because our focus is not gathering wealth and power in our own strength and in our own use, but on God to provide each opportunity and care for all our needs.
So for example, if we get fired from work unexpectedly, it might be frustrating and even scary. But we trust God that He cares for us even more than the birds or flowers. And because He cares, we can still praise Him, even in a difficult situation.
If Bill Gates came to you and said, "Don't worry about your kid's college fund, I'll handle it," and writes your son into his legal will, you wouldn't go create your own savings account just in case Bill runs out of cash. When God tells us not to worry about tomorrow, we can trust Him. We don't need to worry because He is the one who holds the universe together in His hands, loves us, and has an amazing plan for your life.